I like my fragrances to give me a little bit of oomph. I'll see how much of that is left. Yes, I love this fragrance. You're gonna be like, oh, wow.
Cash out on a video. Cash out to see the rodeo. Put on a show and make it nasty.
Hi, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Doucette. If you're new here, welcome. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for clicking on my face again. Today's video is one of my favorite types of videos to make, all about fragrances, specifically summer fragrance. I am a fragrance girly down. I love fragrances, and I am a summer girl down. I love summer. Summer is my favorite season. Fragrances, love summer. Summer fragrances, not really my thing. It's not like summer fragrances are bad, but I prefer fall and winter fragrances because you're gonna get a lot of sillage, you're gonna get a lot of projection, you're gonna get a fragrance that is going to literally make a whole room turn around. Type of reaction I like to have when I wear fragrances, and I just feel like summer fragrances are a little more close to the skin and don't give that reaction. But I have over the years collected some fragrances that I wear specifically for summer that I love, even though I don't really care for summer fragrances. If you are looking for summer fragrances, then this is the right video for you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I hope you enjoy this video. Alright, we are going to start with my favorite fragrance of all time, and also a great summer fragrance. I purchased this fragrance 4 times now. This is Jerjoff's Dama Bianca. I'm just talking about summer fragrances. Don't really pack a punch. Well, none of that applies to this fragrance right here. I just got this, a new bottle, maybe a week ago, and look at how much I've done gone through this already, because this is truly a type of fragrance. Like, I don't even know how to describe this fragrance other than it's really unexpected. When you first smell this fragrance, it's not going to smell like anything you've ever smelled in your life. You're gonna be like, oh, wow. That is my exact reaction when I got my first bottle. I don't know why this fragrance isn't talked about more. When I'm out and about, I can always smell those fragrances on people, like, oh, that they're wearing Delina, or they're wearing Bond Number 9, or they're wearing MFK. I've never been out and I smelled somebody with Dama Bianca on, and this is a very unique scent, so I would catch it right away, and my nose is very sensitive to scent. I think that needs to change. Everybody needs to get this fragrance. Like I said, this is my 4th bottle. The first bottle I ever got, I got a 1 fluid ounce, because I do that because I have so many fragrances, and I went through that within 3 weeks, and I had to buy a bigger bottle. I used to work in the office. My coworkers would constantly ask me what I'm wearing every time I would have this fragrance on, and even one time, me and my coworker, we were online finding this fragrance for her so she can purchase it because she loved it that much. Delina is my signature scent, but this is my second signature scent, especially when it comes to summertime. This is my everyday scent. I'm wearing this every single day. This will last you all day. I wore it yesterday for about 7 hours. I was out and I can smell it at the end of the day. Now, this big bottle retails for about $300. However, I always get my niche fragrances from Max Aroma or Fragrance Net. I got this big bottle for $180, way better than $300. I've never had a problem with either of those websites with like counterfeits or anything like that. They're just heavily discounted, and they're always, the boxes, everything is always brand new. They're not like testers or anything like that either. The next fragrance is newer in my collection. This is Sunkissed Goddess by Kilian. I've been in love with this fragrance since it came out. I think maybe 3 or 4 years ago. First, it was limited edition, but then they decided to keep it as part of the collection. This is a summer fragrance through and through. Got this off of Sephora. It was $300. Perfumes are very expensive, and I could not find this on my discounted fragrance website. This for a month, and I've used about 1/4 of it. And this is a 1.7 fluid ounce. They don't make a bigger bottle than this. Before I restocked on Dama Bianca, this was my everyday fragrance for about a month. It is such it is such a warm fragrance, but not too warm where it feels like too much because it's so hot outside. It's not warm in the sense it's like a gourmand, but it's just like it smells like summer. It's a sunny day, being on the beach, it's warm, you're tanning. It's such a beautiful fragrance. I think this definitely has some coconut in it. I'm wearing Dama Bianca today, but I love mixing Dama Bianca with this fragrance, so I didn't mix it today, so I'm just gonna go ahead and mix it. This on its own is beautiful, but it's really close to the skin. It is great for every day. It's very lightweight. If you're a clean girl, fragrance type of girl, then you would love this. This is just more of an elevated version of like clean girl fragrances, which I don't mind for every day. I'll see how much of that is left. Yes, I love this fragrance. Fragrance is from Parfums de Marly. It was love at first sniff. As soon as I went into Nordstrom and I smelled this fragrance, I was like, I need that in my collection. I really do. I actually think I bought this last summer, and I was like, I need that in my collection. I really do. This fragrance launch, I heard some mixed reviews about it. Like, some people really loved it, but some people said it wasn't as strong as some of Parfum de Marly's other fragrances. So they didn't really like how close to the skin it was because they're used to Delina and Delina Exclusive, where it has a lot of sillage and it has a lot of projection. But I find that this fragrance is like, the projection is a lot less than Delina, but it is still there. But it is such a beautiful fragrance. Beautiful fragrance. It has a violet note in here that is really prominent on my skin. It has a little bit of powder to it, like a powdery scent to it. So many compliments on this as well. I think when people like hug me and I'm wearing this, they're like, oh my god, what are you wearing? You smell so good. Or when somebody's sitting close to me. I've ever smelled anything like this either. I like fragrances and scents that are unique. Like, I'm not gonna go out and smell like somebody else. I mean, I don't mind if somebody else has the same fragrance on me as me. Love niche fragrances for that reason. Like, it's always so unique. Like, how do you come up with a scent like this? It smells so delicious. Okay, keeping it with the niche perfumes before I get to the designer perfumes. This one is from Bond Number 9. This is Bond Number 9 Nolita. This is also a newer addition to my collection as well. I went into Dillard's one day a couple of months ago, and I was just smelling perfume, and then I smelled Nolita, and I was like, oh, I need that. I need that like today. But I was like, you know what? At the time I was on a no buy at the beginning of the year, and I was like, okay, let me just go home and think about it. I went home and I ordered it online. I think I got this off FragranceNet as well, so it was about $180 versus the $325 it usually is. Because Bond Number 9, I have another Bond Number 9 fragrance. Them fragrances are expensive, okay? But this, when I got it, oh, I love this scent. This is also a very unique perfume. I've never smelled anything like this. Ever. I love wearing this for date nights. At night, this is just so sexy. Like, with a cute little dress and some nice heels. Your makeup is done, your hair is done, and you spray this on. Like, such a great, feminine, powerful fragrance. It's so alluring. Like, you just want to keep smelling it. Get into some more affordable fragrances and some designer fragrances. So let's do a designer fragrance. This is YSL Libre New. It is warm, but it has a vanilla base, but it's a lot lighter than the original. It's a lot lighter than the original, and it's a lot like it's a lot more airy than the original as well. But I remember when I bought this, I wore it every single day. Every single day during the summer. I wore it every single day. I barely have anything in here, honestly. This is the 1.6 fluid ounce bottle. I'm going to be repurchasing this as soon as I'm done with this bottle, which I probably will go through this bottle by the end of this summer, and then I'll have to repurchase it. But I love this. I love this. It is so good. I think this is great for vacation. Really good vacation scent. Like, it reminds me of like being on a boat. You're just tanning, you're enjoying yourself. It is a really beautiful fragrance, very feminine, very soft. It is just so great. I love this fragrance. Okay, and then the next fragrance is from Kayali. This is Maui in a bottle. And as you can see, there ain't nothing in here, girl. 2 years ago, me and my best friend went to Houston and to Sephora because we needed some things, and we both smelled this fragrance and we both bought it because we instantly fell in love with it. We were like, oh my god, this smells so good. My best friend still has hers, but I done ran through mine, girl. Like, this fragrance did not stand a chance. I wore it every single day for 2 years. I think, yeah, I wore it every single day in the summer, sometimes in the fall, and I finally ran through it. I actually went to Sephora the other day to get this, to repurchase this, and I bought the wrong fragrance. I bought like a different Kayali fragrance that was also like in a blue bottle. I was just confused. This fragrance is very sweet. The key notes are sweet banana, pear, coconut cream, jasmine, sandalwood, and vanilla. It is a very sweet fragrance. If you don't like sweet fragrances, you are not going to like this fragrance, okay? If sweet fragrances give you a headache, stay away from this. This is very sweet. I don't particularly love sweet fragrances. However, it's done beautifully. This is the quintessential summer fragrance. I will say for this though, it doesn't last as long as my other fragrances. I would say about 2 or 3 hours less. Last but not least, the last fragrance that I'm going to show you. This fragrance I actually got off of Amazon. See, I've gone through this a lot. This was only like $25 off of Amazon. And it has pistachio, heliotrope, vanilla, salted caramel. And it's called Irresistible Sun 602 Brazilian Perfume. I will link this. I will link everything below, but you can get this off Amazon. So I'll link this on my Amazon storefront. What I don't like about it is like it's kind of cheaply made. Top fell off, but for $25, whatever. Bonus fragrance. This I don't have in my collection yet, but I was in Dillard's like 2 weeks ago, and I started talking to the lady at the fragrance counter, and I was just like smelling some fragrances, and I told her like, oh, she was like recommending fragrances to me, and I was like, oh, I have that, because I have a huge fragrance collection. And so she was like trying to show me fragrances based on the fragrances that I told her that I had, and she pulled out this fragrance by Perfume de Marly, Cassily. I've heard about this fragrance. I think I've smelled it. I've also tried it or smelled it a really, really long time ago when I was in Saks in Atlanta. But she was like, I think you'll love this. She gave me a sample. She sprayed some on a blotter. She also sprayed some on my hand, and I instantly fell in love. I was like, oh my god. And I had just bought Dama Bianca at that time too. I was like, I just re-up on a fragrance. I can't buy this right now because I already have like a summer fragrance lineup, but I do need this. This is I used a little bit of the tester that she gave me, but this is a beautiful fragrance. I think this will be great as a signature fragrance. I think this will be great as a signature scent for summer. Great for date night. I would wear it in the daytime because I just like my fragrances a little bit of oomph. And she combined it with another fragrance also from Perfume de Marly. It's in a brown bottle. I'm not sure what it's called. And those two combined, I'm going to need both of them, and I'm going to wear that combination for fall and winter. Come to the end of this video all about summer fragrances and my lineup for summer fragrances that I think that you need immediately. I will obviously link all of these in the description down below, and let me know what your favorite summer fragrances are. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it was helpful if you are on the hunt right now for a summer fragrance or for a signature fragrance. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in my next one next week. Bye.